Right. Hello everyone and welcome to round oh god, what round is it? This is not good from me.
Four.
Welcome to
Four.
round 4 of OTLR. Round 4 already. This season has gone pretty quickly. Already at Belgium. We're almost at the halfway mark.
Third, yeah.
Yeah, almost at the halfway mark. It's been a very interesting season. We've got the tough tracks out the way, I think. Um, but yeah, definitely we've got Monaco and Jeddah out the way. Probably one of the. I mean, Monaco wasn't as messy as Jeddah, but I think it's those are out the way. I don't think we're going to be getting any more safety cars. I think Silverstone was a clean race. No virtual safety cars or safety cars. Hopefully the drivers can keep this streak on throughout the season. Uh, what do you think is going to happen throughout this race here at Belgium today?
I'm hoping race the race is a bit condition. Obviously, Belgium's notorious for a bit of the wet stuff, so I don't think we've had any yet, have we? Here in D1 yet this season, so it would be nice to have a sprinkle of the wet stuff and see how the drivers get on in those conditions.
The upcoming tracks as well. I think it's definitely looking to rain at a few of these tracks that are coming up. We're at Mexico next, which is but next week, which is definitely not afraid to rain around there. From the last time out in Silverstone, it was Lorenz who took the win. Glitch 10 P2, Marius P3. Myth would have finished higher, however, he had some technical issues and dropped back. He said he wasn't really in control of his car. I think he definitely would have been in the podium if it wasn't for that. He did well to climb back up to P5 after having that slow middle stint. But yeah, we have actually got a full grid today. We do have a few reserves driving. We got someone replacing Sid and someone, I'm guessing, well, two more people in the Kick Salbers, I'm guessing, because Narble's not racing today and he obviously doesn't have a team. So yeah, and we got Drizzle who makes his debut. We'll see what he can do as well. Gonna be a very interesting race. It's one of those tracks around here where it's a big track. So as you guys say, the lap times really come into show here and like the skill level of these drivers today. So we're gonna be seeing that a lot during.
Yes, we've got three reserves, as you were mentioning then. Today with Hoffendoe back, Pele back, and Droney. And I think I know Hoffendoe back from previous seasons, but I think this is all three of their first race this season.
Well, here is the track. 19 turns and 7 kilometers. One of the longest tracks on the circuit. I definitely want to walk around this whole entire track like some drivers do. But here are the team standings just before we go into the qualifying session. Red Bull still at the top by quite a bit, definitely dominating this season. McLaren and Mercedes are going to have to do loads of work if they want to bounce back up there. Go P1. Sorry, my bad. Is the driver standings with Myth 10 points ahead of McLaren. Exactly 10. That's going to be a very interesting fight between. Alright. As we go to quali here. Who's the first one out as I just get everything. That was bad timing. I think Seringa Pack is going to be the first one out. I think Poles obviously going to be expected who's going to be at the front. But from what I've heard and what I've been seeing, I think we could be looking into the low 40s for a pole today.
Yeah, from what we were hearing in the chat with some of the drivers before setting the lobby up, they seem quite confident. A couple of them, don't they? And been putting some decent laps down in their practice, so it'd be interesting to see whether they can bring that over into the actual qualifying.
Very long track, so you want to be careful when you're out lap here. You don't want to get too much wear on the tyres, otherwise you won't get the best out of your laps. I'm just actually saying it. Ladies is that right behind Packer. Staying pretty close to him. What do you think people could be setting as bankers? Think it's going to be straight into the 41s, or do you think you'll start off in the...
Yeah, yeah. I think we will probably see mid 41s to begin with from a couple of the front normal, our usual front runners, but yeah, if they're feeling that they're gonna get to the 40s, but the conditions though, they do look a bit dull, and like I'd imagine that's making the track a bit cooler, so all depends really, because obviously qualifying is completely different to being in a practice session.
As the few drivers we should definitely keep our eye on today, as it is the first Division 1 race, are the two Kick Saubers and the Aston Martin. I want to see how their pace compares to the rest of the field. Obviously, we haven't seen them yet this season, and I think they might have joined at the right time of the season, because those first two races were pretty scrappy, and I don't think people would be happy about that being a debut. But now they're in the good part of the track section of the calendar. We're going to see more action, more intense racing, hopefully close racing as well. Bosmos is actually probably going to get a nice tow from his teammate coming up towards the back straight. Let's know he got out of his way. There is a class close behind as well. Hopefully he can get out of the way of that as well. Obviously, it doesn't matter. The ghosting is on, but it's still visual distraction, which won't be good for the drivers. Looking pretty decent time from Bosmos. I think it definitely will be into the 31s for a banker. Oh, it's going to be very close. Nope. Yes, it is. It's a 30, 31 3. What can staring alpaca do? Goes
Yeah, so there's the
P38.
41s. A bit lower than what I thought though, with the mid 40s. I mean, it's close, but it's lower than what I thought.
W Jonas do. Cross the line. Where did he come out? P3. It's pretty close between Glitched and Bossmos. Go on board with one of the Aston Martins. I think that's Grizzle. Let's see what he could do. He's coming up towards the final turn. One of the most difficult turns
A
on the
bit of traffic
track.
at turn one. A lot of traffic at turn one there. A lot of people just parked trying to keep out the way.
Marius
They
goes
all
into
seem
the
to have...
pits. Right, he goes P4, 41.9. I think it is actually Myth that next lap, so we're on board with him. Steve.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Hopefully he can snatch that original pole of Bosmos. Like a pretty quick lap from him. It's going to be into the 40s maybe? No, it's not. It's a 41.1, so pretty quick from him. I think the Kick
Still at the
Sauber.
bus stop. Yeah, the V carve of Dr. Steel next.
It is Dr. Still go. Goes P8 to for 42.3. Kick Sauber sits right behind his teammate. Almost a 10th behind. Person to complete a lap, I believe, is the Mercedes.
Yeah, I think he had a nice tow from his teammate there, or... You know, they were both very close, and it's a perfect place for it.
Fine, and would have been to the 40s, so 40.6. That is an
Yeah.
amazing lap from him. I think that might be a one and done.
For a banker, like... crazy. Crazy that.
Can Jack do? One of the two Alpines is going to be first to set his time. His teammate hasn't left the pit yet with 10 minutes left. Had a bit of a scrappy exit of that turn. What can he do to crosses the line though? 43.2 puts him almost dead last. Only a few milliseconds away actually from getting any more positions. So that is everyone's bank lap apart from the two drivers. Marius, I think having a mistake on his first lap, so he just pitted and went again. He will be the next person to set a lap. Dino in the Alpine is yet actually to come out. So he's maybe doing just a late run. I think he's trying to probably take some advice from you, Lanky. Waiting till 5 minutes left. So for the KFC bloke with a good time on the board, he is take it into like the midfield. He's definitely the top of the midfield right now, sitting on a flat, 42 flat. Sorry, not a flat. Jeez. See what Marius can do. That's his first lap in the Chrome McLaren. I think I'd rather see the Singapore one. You know, the papaya and white one. I think that was it. I want to see that one here.
I talking about livery. I like the Williams that they've released for this weekend.
I haven't actually seen. How many cars are doing a special livery for this race?
Williams, someone else, I think, is it VCarb are doing a chrome one. I think it's VCarb. There's 3 teams I know for definite.
As if the race goes on. Have you seen the flooding?
Oh, yeah. They'll have everything on that strip though, won't they? Trying to get that away.
Marius then so far having a pretty good lap. Let's have some traffic up ahead. If you can catch up quick enough, you might be able to get a tow coming up to this straight. Don't think he's close enough though. Did set a purple sector too, but I think that's the quickest from where he is, where he needs to be. So I think definitely be top 10 for Marius, no doubt about that. But see how far into the top 10 he can go. Oh, that's gonna affect his time as he has a massive wobble coming out. Goes P6 though, a few tenths ahead of his teammate for 41.6. The Alpine driver is actually now setting a lap.
And Bossmoss is just on purple. Oh, no, it's weird with purple sectors on this game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ignore that. Yeah, don't listen to the purple sectors.
Okay, so Bossmos that's to set that. Having to go through 20 drivers during quali is the most stressful thing ever. Alright. Bossmos is a 10th up in his time. Needs to find some more time if he wants to get at least into P2. See what he can do. There's plenty of time to find when it comes to the bus stop chicane, where most people lose time around this track. So far, looking pretty. I think he might be more than 2 tenths up on this occasion, and he is 2.5 tenths up. Goes P2. That's a very good lap from him. Glitch 10 is 2 tenths up though. He might be able to just grab P2 and split the Mercedes. Where does he go? He goes P3. Oh, 10 milliseconds behind. That's going to be really unfortunate for him. DW Jones, though, is 4 tenths up. What can he do? Where's he going to go? Oh, he stays P5. That's unfortunate for him. Dr. Still, I think, or his teammate of no. It's for the Haas drivers. I think Daring Alpaca, who is almost 5 tenths up in his time, definitely needs to improve. Sitting P18 right now. Crosses the line, goes P11 with 42.2. He could definitely find some more time there. I think one of the Kick Saubers about to set a lap. Who is that? I think it's Huffen Dobak. He's also 5 tenths up. Goes P7 with a 41.8. A great improvement for him. Puts him into the top 10. Ratty's also improving. Coming through the bus stop chicane. What can he do? Does he improve? Yes, he does. Slots him right behind his teammate.
There's 3 drivers. The second, third, and fourth all in the 41 ones.
I think that's Myth that's about to finish his lap. Can he grab pole from... no, he can't grab pole, but he does a 41 flat ahead of Bossmos. I think Glitch 10 is also on a lap. Apparently the Red Bulls are dominating the constructor standings. Goes into the pit, so that would be his lap over. But PW Jones, I think he set his lap, so that would be him as well.
Yeah, they've been consistent, Red Bull, but you know, Mercedes are bringing it to them. Especially, you know, look at their split. You know, Mercedes, Red Bull at the moment. The other ones is don't count the McLarens out, especially Marius. He's put himself up there at the start of this season, hasn't he? So
Having that amazing Monaco Grand Prix as well, starting from the back of the grid and finishing E2.
yeah.
I think everyone should be into the pits now for one final run. Is there anyone actually still on a lap? I think the V-Carb's on a lap. I think he's 6 tenths up. Nope, I think... Is he on a lap? It said 6 tenths up, 3 seconds down. I think he might be on an outlap. There's a pretty good debut for the Huff and the V-Carb driver. Almost into the top 10 and one being in the top 10.
This is that little quiet 2 minutes now while they all prepare for their final run.
Do you think there's going to be some people that tries to go for an early lap? And as I say that, there's a few currently leaving the pits.
Yeah, I do think, obviously, on this track, being the last man is probably more valuable than most other tracks, but it's all about having that space as well, because the last thing you want is a car in close proximity in front of you disturbing the air, so...
Coming out for an early lap, followed by the Williams. So if it does rain, I want to see how the drivers go with their tyre strategies. Are they just not going to stop? Or will they? 'Cause obviously you don't have to stop if it starts red. I am kind of hoping it does rain. As who's that improved? I think Jack just improved. We didn't even see him on the lap. He goes a 41.8. Don't think he has time to go again though, unless he for it. Oh, up in there, someone's retired.
Yeah, Juicy, he mustn't be thinking he can improve.
So he would definitely fall down the order then with how close some of the drivers are to him, especially staring Alpaca, who's already split by a few milliseconds. Drizzle, that's just past Drizzle on track to try and set his lap first.
That's good. If those two comes for battling, it's going to be awkward, isn't it?
Someone's going to accidentally report the wrong person if there's an incident.
Drizzle. No, Dizzle, it's Drizzle. Which way? He's going to be a pain.
This does help Drizzle though, because he is going to get the slipstream from Dizzle that's right ahead of him. As what was the word that you mentioned last week for it being dry and wet? Dret. That's it. Do you
Right,
think
that
it's
was
going to
it.
be a
Yeah,
Dret race?
yeah. If like it's been a murky qualifying, but it's a different day in it to the race. But knowing Belgium, I'd say there's a high chance of it being that being that way. Could be a full wet, but a mixed condition, I think I prefer.
Jack retiring now, probably thinking he can't improve. Sits original P10. Most likely drop down the order as Dr. Steele, and the person behind is really close to him. Or he just didn't have time really to again. I think most drivers should, the V car being the last one. What can Dizzle do? End of sector 2. He improving? Yes, he is by a 10th. Drizzle behind him is going to get a beautiful toe. I feel like these two should have been teammates. Drizzle and Dizzle. Coming towards the bus stop chicane now. This way is make or break if you're a lap for some of these drivers. Oh, has a massive wobble coming out of the exit. Does he improve still? Yes, he does. What about Drizzle? Goes P17. 42.4. I believe Sauber is next across the line. He goes P6 of 41.5. And it's actually glitch 10 that's also about to set another lap. Can he get into the 40s? Yes, he can. It's a 40.9. EW Jones stays where he currently is. What about the other Kick Sauber who's on validate his lap? That'll be him over with this qualifying session. Snobody Cares next. These two Haas drivers are really good when it comes to qualifying right next to each other. But what can Snobody Cares do? Almost 4 tenths up in his time. Crosses the line, loses a bit of time, goes P14. I think Marius or Ratty is about to cross the line. Where can Ratty go? P6. What can his teammate do as he's following closely behind? Lorenz improves even more to a 40.4. Marius sits right ahead of his teammate, sorry. The Alpine that crosses the line goes 16.
Yeah, the last man is going to be Pele back.
Dr. Steele invalidates, so we'll go on board with him and see what he... I think this is the final driver to set his lap. Can he improve up to the top 10? No, he can't. He
No,
stays
no improvement.
P13.
So that's it.
So pretty much, Lorenz didn't really have
Lorenz,
to go
both
again.
the Mercedes topping that one off.
That is our qualifying session. Lorenz with a 5 tenths lead from P2. That is a massive margin around this track. He could have been pole with his banker lap. His teammate follows him in P2, which is a Mercedes front row lockout, followed by a second row lockout with the Red Bulls. PW Jones managing to get in between the Red Bulls and the McLarens. This could be costly for the McLarens if PW Jones does well to handle them. Huff and Dubat goes P8 on his debut. Diesel P9 and Jack doing well to get P10, which this time out is the highest qualifying of the Division 2 drivers. But I feel like I shouldn't really be saying that anymore this far into the season, so I'm just going to be like, he's the quickest in the midfield, pretty much. Because I feel like comparing D2 to this now is just... But we're actually about to go on board with the absolute carnage of lobby restart. Do you think we're going to see some hectic crashes coming into?
Yeah, with how tight T1 is, and it's only a short run. So yeah, I think T1's going to be interesting to see who floors it and who tries to go for it.
I think the bet I want to put, who goes the furthest? I think you said glitch 10 last time, right?
Yeah, and I'll probably say it'd be him again.
Oh, that's a nice start from the Ferrari. He goes P1 already. Oh my god!
Oh, gee.
So far, Lorenz is the furthest one on track. I think Glitch 10 is going to
Glitch.
beat that.
Glitch is gonna win. Glitch is gonna win the championship for last man to retire.
Oh, as you know what, right? This reminds me. I was playing F1 2013 yesterday, and some of the crashes I saw on there, if that was in this game, it would make it so much more funnier. But I think it would also annoy a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. As sorry guys, but Facecam isn't on today, as I know Sid's lurking somewhere in this chat. Yeah, I'm joking. I look like a mess right now, so you get to see the beautiful OTLR logo. Anki's just about to set the grid, getting going soon. As we wait for that, let's see what some of the drivers have to say about the qualifying session. Oh, and I did. So I didn't do that. I should have went through the whole thing. Sorry, Ricky. Don't fire me, please. Don't fire. I'm gonna lose my job. Damn it! I didn't do it. I mean, damn it. Oh, I forgot to do it. I totally crossed my mind. Crap. That's that's not good. But you know what? Or what I can say is that it's a Mercedes front row lockout, and then it's Red Bull, and then it's the Williams, then it's the McLarens, and then it's then I forget from there. There we go, guys. That is your top five. Nope, that's more than five. You know what? Someone keeps making me do math. It's too much for me. Everyone able to set a lap time? Yeah, they were. I really hope it's raining for this race, guys. I have a gut feeling it's gonna rain and it's gonna be a very action-packed race. What I'm trying to do here is right, trying to do the commentator's curse so that it does rain and then something dramatic does happen. That's just how it works. See what he's done there is right. Cursed it. It's going to rain. You all know what rain means. Inters. Start to finish. Anki, what's your thoughts on racing around here on VR?
I'd love to give it a go personally. I can imagine it's quite fun. Um,
I really want
yeah,
to
fair
try it
play
now.
to anybody who can do it because it's hard enough in cockpit cam as it is. So with that extra sort of like, I'd imagine a VR gives you a bit more of the fear aspect side of it because it gives you that sensation. So yeah, I'd love to give it a go though.
22 laps, Belgium. Doesn't look like a lot of laps, but Divisions 2 race yesterday was exactly 40 minutes and 25 seconds. Do you think we're going to have a longer or a shorter race?
If it stays dry, I reckon it'll be shorter, just with the sheer pace that the front guys have shown in qualifying.
I think that might be something I might start remembering, actually, how long it takes to race.
The total race time.
Especially for when tracks like Austria surround of the. I remember last season when I was really bored at work once on my break, I got everyone's gap to pole time, and it was actually really close last season. Obviously now it's a bit different this season, but still interesting. All the drivers are readying up, so we'll probably get racing in about 3 to 4 minutes time. Drivers will setting their setups. Depending on the weather, it's probably going to be looking like it's 0-0. I doubt anyone's going to go higher, and if they do, they are. I'm also starting to know pattern grid as well.
Yeah, what's that?
Hmm?
What pattern's that?
Just blue, red, and white.
Oh.
Please be red. Please give us something to be about.
It's raining.
Oh, it's raining! It worked. The commentator's curse worked. It's only light rain though, but it's still raining.
Yeah, but is it going to get worse or is it going to get better? That's the question.
That is the question. That is the question. We called it. We manifested it. And if that's not cool, I don't know what is.
A few drivers gritting their teeth at the minute, I'd imagine.
Can imagine one of the Mercedes probably not liking it. Question is, can you go from start to finish on in? Surely, right?
I suppose that would depend on how wet the track is, isn't it? Because if the line gets pretty dry and then you get a bit of temperature into them, they obviously wear quicker. So I think if it was like on the borderline of into to wet tire, even though the wet tire is so bad, they probably would be able to do the whole race here. But Belgium's quite good at clearing up, so knowing that, I'd imagine they would have to stop at least once.
But the way it's raining, it also kind of reminds me of last season in Texas, where although it was raining, the track was dry. I think that's where I definitely know that's
Yeah,
where I lost out the most. Could be similar today, but
I had a similar one like that yesterday in Canada. It was racing at the start of the race, but the track didn't get wet for about 8 laps.
yeah.
But it was racing right from lap one, raining right from lap one.
Actually, the first wet race of the season.
Yeah, and starting as well, like not like it a dry to wet. It's actually starting wet.
Is all race. If someone actually manages to pull that off, well, I don't know if it's common around here, but if someone manages to pull that off, I'll be pretty impressed.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough one. I'd imagine the tires will be hanging on by the end.
It's always a delay when the lights go out for me. I don't know how far into the light I'll be getting on capture. Should I start from the back this time, or should I stay from the front? I'll stay from the front for now. Hopefully nothing hectic happens at the back. 5 lights, and this way we go. Pretty slow start from all the drivers, obviously being very careful. The Ren's in the lead, doing well to cover off his teammate. Obviously the ghosting for the first few laps. Everyone manages to get out there cleanly. Nothing hectic happening.
A little bit of contact with the Red Bulls,
Oh,
but I think
actually,
they've sorted
there's
it
a
out.
V carb at the back. I think Dr. Steele's gone off. Same with the V carb has no wing.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate for him. Marius is riding on the back of a glitch. Can he make a move on lap 1 in the straight?
Also, Huff and Dobak, he's missing his right
Missing his
side
front
wing
wing,
in
yeah.
the Sauber. The Mercedes both maintaining their positions on the start. The Red Bulls losing out a little bit with the contact that they had in turn 1. Miff dropped back into 6th there behind PW.
Plenty of overtakes towards the back of the field as well. Somebody cares. Actually, losing a position to Dr. Steele as he makes a move around the inside. Very good move from him. What can Marius do? Tries to look for a move, but stays behind for now. Two Alpines scrapping it out. Zeno getting ahead of his teammate. As Lorenzo's already 1.1 ahead, so must have been a a bit of a scrappy lap for the front pack that allowed Lorenzo to get that much of a gap on lap 1.
You've got Pele backs missing a right end plate there in 12th, so he's going to be struggling.
I think the Red Bulls might have collided as Marius makes a move around glitch. Can he make his stick come into the bus stop chicane? Yes, he can. Goes P3 for now. It's a good move from Marius.
He had way much more traction through there.
As it is raining, there will be no DRS coming onto the straights, as I believe the kick Sauber goes into the pits to change his front wing. As he retires from the race. Damage must have been too much. On board with a Ferrari. Chasing down Pele back. P12 in the V-Carb. I think Myth is actually about to make a move around PW Jones. Does so and stays ahead for now. But the V-Carb is chasing down that Ferrari. Actually, both V-Carbs chasing down the Ferrari, currently sitting P13 and 14. Oh, it's Dr. Steele, almost makes a great move around the outside. He does so, gets ahead of his teammate. I kind of messed up the keybinds there, but that was a great move from Dr. Steele around the outside of his teammate to get P13. What can Juice do as he's chasing down the Alpine, as he's in the Monza livery Ferrari?
Huff and Dobak's just reported in the chat that he lost all force feedback and he's not very happy. It's the first time it's ever happened to him.
That's unfortunate for him,
He was
especially for a
struggling to
debut
feel
race.
the car. Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Was that Ratty that almost lost it? Ratty's lost it. He's touched the grass. He lost 3 positions there, almost 4. He's P10 now. Very unfortunate for him. He's definitely going to have to get back up there if he wants those
Alpine
points.
on the side now.
Shaq gets past. Yeah, that's not. He's lost his front end plate as well.
Yeah.
Marius makes a move around Bosmos on the straight, gets up to P2. I think maybe we're seeing a bit of a team dynamic between Lorenz and Bosmos here, because even in qualifying they're working together now, and I think maybe Bosmos just started to hold up the pack a bit just so that Lorenz can get those get 2.6 seconds ahead on lap 3.
He is pulling off though, and he is just nearly 3 seconds as they're
Bosmos
battling.
Chases back. Who's going to have the head for now? Even though it's raining, we've seen plenty of overtakes already. Ferrari, is he about to make a move? Seringa Packer makes a move on the Aston Martin.
Marius nearly lost it there, but he managed to save it. Slight little bump from Bosmos. Yeah, he nearly went sideways. That was a good save from Marius.
I have no clue if this track is improving or not. Dr. Still goes up to P10. Jack gets his first 3-second penalty. But Juice is also chasing down Dizzle. Behind, can he try and make a move on this upcoming back straight? So far, of 20 drivers, 19 remain.
And all in racing distance, other than Lorenz, all in
Yeah,
racing distance of each other.
it's
Like,
the
you know, a
case.
second, just over a second between them, or no major gaps yet.
As I think Righty's wing damage is really starting to show the effect. Was P10's now dropped as the KFC bloke slides. He drifts almost coming into the bus stop chicane. He's getting pretty scrappy with Ratty. I think Ratty just about stays ahead.
Nice little train here. 3 of them fight like at the front. 4 of them, sorry. My math isn't mathing. Don't worry, you're not the only one.
Stroney looks to make a move around Drizzle. Stays behind for now. That was very close to contact. Does well to avoid it. Juice is up the back of Dizzle actually. Doing well to maintain his pace in the wet. You see he has the pace to overtake. He just can't find the right moment.
He was very close on it there. His back end of his car is looking a little happy though compared to the Williams. The Williams does look a lot more planted. Yeah, as you can see there, the Ferrari was sliding. So I don't know if he's just struggling in dirty air, but he's definitely a lot more unsettled than Dizzle's Williams.
He starts to fall off a bit. So I think maybe his wing gap is too big because he just lost quite a bit of time on that straight right there. But Sering Alpaca, is he going to make a move coming towards the bus stop chicane? He's side by side. He has the inside line, but not for long. Almost tie locked there. Does well to actually not cause any damage there, as I think the V-Carb stays ahead for now. What about the KFC bloke? Does he get around Ratty? I think he does. Ratty does well to defend. He was side by side. The Ratty's definitely going to have to think about pitting soon with this wing damage. Anything can still happen coming later into the race. Fifth is about to make him, doesn't make him his teammate, so they're probably working together. Chase down Marius, who is now falling back a lot compared to Bosmos, now 1.2 behind.
Yeah, and Glitch had a little look at him at the end of the straight then, but just didn't. Obviously, without the DRS and that, just didn't have enough to make a move yet. But I think Glitch has got the slightly more pace at the moment than Marius. He seems to be just struggling this past lap or two.
This very scrappy lap, fighting at the back, staring at Packer, managing to get past B-Carb. Dizzle also doing well to hold off the Ferrari. As I think it could potentially come. The track is looking pretty dry, but I think it's getting wetter. I don't think we'll be seeing any dry tires come soon. But as we say that, Lorenz is still setting quicker lap times.
Yeah, but there's no distinct like darker line showing yet. There is a slightly like you can see a line, but it's not exactly looking like dry. I think it's like right on that border, and it? It's raining just enough to keep it wet. It's that perfect Drek condition. It's that it's not quite
Yeah.
dry, but it's not quite wet.
But if it is really dry, I think Tywin might be a bit worse. I don't think people will be able to go to the ends. As looking at Glitch,
Yeah,
he is sliding a lot,
I'd
exiting these
say it'll be at
corners.
least a one stop. To need one fresh set of tires at the midpoint. So it'll be lap 11, next 5 laps or so.
As the undercut is pretty strong around this track as well. Obviously, we don't know how strong in the Dret, but we'll see as people start to pit. Ratty now losing time towards Jack, just falling out of the 1 second gap. So Ratty will probably be having to box soon, or at least hold off as long as he can, so that it doesn't affect his race as much as he wanted to. As without DRS, it's going to be very difficult for these drivers to actually overtake. Saying our
Hello,
packet
Tom.
gets past Ratty.
Just seen his message in the chat.
Right, so I won't be able to reach out from now on.
How you doing? Got any predictions for us? Got any? Who do you think is winning? I mean, Lorenz is obviously out there in a minute. Give us your podium instead of winner. Give us your top 3.
But Smith makes a move on his teammate, gets up to P4. Still 1 second behind Marius. Marius race in Jeddah? I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I think he's raced every race. Let
Oh,
me have a look.
I don't think he did oh no, he did Monaco. He came P2. But I think right now with consistency, he seems to be up there, the top 3 quite a lot. I think he could possibly be the one that takes it at the end of the season. Obviously, depending what happens at the
Yeah,
next
he's
races,
raced
but I
every
think
race.
he's definitely one that's probably going to be top step of the driver's title at the end of this.
Lorenz missed round 2. But yeah, Marius has raced every race so far. Oh, we got lineup news as well. Even though Huff and Doback had an unfortunate race with his forced feedback, he's gone for a full-time seat. The last we had one open seat, and he's taken that seat in the V Carb. So we shall be seeing more of him.
The V Cup or the Kick Sauber, sorry?
Kick, sorry. Yep,
I was
you
gonna,
know what I
yes.
meant.
I was gonna
Thanks
say.
for that. In the Kick
That's
Sauber.
alright.
It's because I was looking at the V Carb, but while I was saying it. So yeah, in the Kick Sauber. So we will be seeing more of him.
As I also think, with like the changes we've made from last season to this season, I think with the D1 drivers this season, I think there's a perfect amount because it won't just be them getting points. There's always at least, well, 3 positions up for grabs because obviously we have definitely the fastest people of the 2 Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and the McLarens if Ratty was up there. But that was still put P8 to P10 up there for points. So when it comes to the midfield, it's going to be a very close fight for them.
Yeah, it's definitely like a lot tighter in the midfield at the
Than it is at the
moment.
front, yeah. Ratty's still driving with his front end plate damage.
Oh, Huffendo back. He's only just left.
Marius is actually catching Bosmos, who's fell off for quite a bit.
Yeah, Glitched has as well. Like he was there with them, but he's also dropped
He's
back
fallen
away now, and
by
his
quite a
teammates
bit
obviously
actually.
ahead.
Yeah, 2.4 behind his teammate.
It does look awkward on the track though, because I'm not seeing many raindrops anymore. Like there are still
Oh,
some, but not many. I do think it's like it's on that border of slick and inters, and this is why we're starting to see them struggle, where the temperatures are coming in. As you can see them looking for the wet line down the straight, as I'm saying it.
and as you go on board with them, you don't really see a dry line. It just seems dry all over the track. Well, but so
Yeah,
definitely won't
and they're
be
definitely looking for the wetter line. They're going offline where they can.
as saying that the Pele back is actually just pitted. So we'll be able to see how strong the undercut is in the inters compared to see how far he comes out of Serena Pacos. That is who he was fighting.
I do think it's probably, if it is going the way of the dries, it's probably a lap or two soon. We've seen how many wet spots are still around, but it's definitely heading that way.
Speaking of, let's see what ties. He went on to the mediums. So it's definitely getting drier. Maybe a bit too early for dries. But he might just have an alternative
But
strategy
is
at
that
play
an
here.
indication that it's meant to be dry for the rest of the race?
Maybe
You
so.
know, like, and not any more wet stuff due.
Is that a personal choice or was that his engineer's choice? We'll see as more drivers probably start to pit soon. As I think the rain has actually stopped altogether now, so see what happens. Does anyone jump into the pits? Not yet. Probably just waiting for DRS to be turned back on. I think that's a pretty good indication of when you actually have to go back in. Saying that though, Juice Pits probably going to go into mediums. Does anyone follow him through?
Yeah, you're definitely seeing a darker line
Dino,
out of turn one. There's definitely a
Jack.
drier line now.
Ratty chooses to stay out.
Yeah, Ricky was saying this too. I was. That's why I was saying. I think it is a lap or two, maybe lap 11, 12, if it stays heading in the dry direction. But raindrops are still falling, so I do think it's slightly too early for the dries.
Well, we'll see what Pele back's lap times will be like when he sets his dry times. If he's setting the fastest laps of the races, then assuming it definitely will be time for dries. But you can still see slight drops, especially on the off-track sections of the track. Oh, it's Marius has a big moment there. He's off track. Oh, he does well to not go into the wall there. So that is definitely time. Has he got a puncture? I think he's got a puncture.
I shall keep a look with him.
And
His
he's got a
fronts look
10-second
okay.
penalty. I think he might have a
Is
puncture.
it a
He's got
rear?
a rear
Yeah, he's got
right.
rear
He's
left.
got a rear
Rear
right
left.
puncture. And a 10-second penalty.
He's round again.
This is
Oh
not good
no.
for McLaren.
So there's the answer. The
That is
tyres were getting to the end of
definitely
life.
dry. As Lorenz goes into the pits, that is so unfortunate for Marius. I don't know if he'll be able to get that 10-second removed.
That's a shame. He's
Yeah,
going to lose an awful lot.
that is
Yeah,
as
he's going to be right to the back after that because he's struggling to keep the car going.
yeah, and not even that. His teammate's got a pit for a new wing as well, so he's gonna have to serve these 10 seconds and also wait for his teammate. So the McLarens not having a great race. He out.
Yeah, he tried. No, he tried to turn, and the car just was not having any of it. He's done well to keep that out the wall.
That's so unfortunate for him. He'll definitely be hitting himself about that. However, Myth and Bosmos still fighting a lot.
Just bring it home, Marius.
Just bring it home. Points are still on the table for you. It's fine.
Yeah, you got the pace. Well, You've shown in previous races you've got the pace to do it. You did it last week.
As more drivers get a 10-second penalty, I think that might be Jack probably also got a puncture from that as well, I'm guessing. Nope, he's on the hards, just struggling. Oh,
This
I
has
don't
really
think, I
livened it
don't
up.
know. I actually don't know what the track is like because we've got Jack on the hard struggling with grip, but we've also got Marius also struggling with the inters. As that's a kick Sauber. Who is that? Is he in the wall? No, he keeps going. Don't know what happened there. Probably just had a slow turn one. As also, wait, as Lorenz goes on to another set of
This has
inters.
really thrown a spanner on the track. Like, it really has.
Also, Lorenz has gone on to inters when others have gone on to dry.
Yeah, is he?
Oh wait, no, he's not the only
Okay.
one that's gone into dry. So it's a mixed.
Okay.
It's a mixed field here.
Is there more coming? And they're just trying to hold it out.
But see what Myth and Boss must do is they go into the pits and see what tires they go on to. But was this the right call from Lorenz to stay on the inters?
Okay. Well, these next 10 laps are going to be quite interesting.
As they also go into the inters. So it's a mixed field here. This is it. This is really interesting things now then.
What does
So,
chat think?
I
What
don't
do
know, my
they
phone's
think? Like,
dead.
we're seeing a mixed field here. Like,
Oh,
what are we thinking? We love these lobby settings. Yeah, yeah. I can agree with that one.
where does Marius come out at the end of all of this? Still dead last. What tires has he gone on? He's gone on the hards. Oh, okay, so definitely a mixed strategy here between the drivers.
J11 still thinks it's Inters. Obviously, one of our reserve racers. He's not reserved this week, but he's in the chat. So yeah, he thinks it's still Inter conditions.
10 laps left to go. I think
Jack
he
retires
retires in
in
the
the pit.
pits.
Yeah.
He was definitely struggling on those hard, so I actually don't know what this right call was here because the track is. I don't think it's raining anymore, but
I mean, Lorenz is 7.9 ahead of Myth. Myth's on it. They're both Inters, aren't they? So there ain't going to be much time difference with them. Who's the next person on the dries?
Glitched is also on inters. This was on inters. I think it might be Juice. No, Juice as
It's
well.
PW on the mediums in 9th, and he's struggling. So yeah,
So I
look
think
at
you
the
might have been
time
right
of the
about the
guys
call as
ahead.
well. I think some of these drivers should have waited at least till the end of lap 12 or 13. But
3.4. Yeah, he's dropping back from Ratty. It's borderline because in the straight he's gaining, but in the corners he loses it. If you see now, he's gaining down to 3 seconds almost. But as soon as he starts taking a corner, he loses that time that he gained. They go 3-3. Yeah, so it's right on the cusp. It's yeah. Which one?
if he can hold out, it might be the right call. As who is that
Yeah.
goes into the pit? Is that Sering Alpaca? But he goes onto the hards. Okay. So
I wish we could see the weather, so we knew what was. But then yeah, but then this sort of keeps a bit more of the fun for the commentators as well because it keeps us guessing.
as we might see a move to KFC bloke about to overtake Jonesy. He is on the Inters, so maybe the Inters are the better tyres for now. As you could just tell the pace difference between the two tyres. So the crossover definitely isn't yet. But saying that both drivers wobbling into the look at
Yeah,
that,
I
he has a
think
massive
it is
slide.
on the borderline. It's right on the cross point.
This is literally the definition of dread. Oh my god. Touches the gravel.
Yeah, it is. We come up with it last week, and this week it's
It's definitely dread.
demonstrated what it means.
Yeah.
Not quite dry, not quite wet.
As I think it stopped raining completely, so I think we might be seeing DRS soon.
So the guys on the slicks could have pulled the strat call here.
But the only problem is, how early did they call it? Because when the people that are on the inters actually pit, they're going to be on the fastest tyres. As oh my god, he done well to save that. The Ferrari going off track. Now being chased down by Zeno, who's also on the inters. Do you think we're going to see another pit stop from these two? As I think that's Juice and PW that goes into
I
the
think the
pits.
guys on the hards are probably the most favourable ones at the moment because they don't require as high temps, do they? Well, they don't get as hot.
As we got people pitting again, Dizzle going onto the hard tyres, Juice going on.
No, it'd be the worst. Sorry. Ignore me. Talking to myself now.
The PW
First sign of
Jones
madness.
and Dizzle might be good for this because they're both on dry tyres and it's looking like it's pretty dry. What about Juice? Juice is on a set of dry tyres. He's on the mediums. Doctor still flies past. He's on the tyres with more temperature,
I
more
would
grip.
say it's slicks now. Looking, I'm on board with Myth with Boss Moss chasing. It looks dry enough for a dry.
I mean, if
Like,
Lorenz was to
dry
pit, he would
tyres.
only come out P4. So maybe we see another pit stop soon.
Yeah, I mean everybody behind him is also on the inters, which is one thing that Lorenz can be happy about, is because obviously if he needs to stop, they're all going to need to stop as well. So he shouldn't lose anything position-wise come the end of it.
This also could be good for Marius as well. Since he's on the hard tyres, he doesn't have to pit again. So he might just about be able to get back into the points.
But PW, he's in place as KFC's on the inters as well, isn't he? So he's right on that borderline of getting the position on KFC if they stop.
Rain has fully stopped now.
Yeah, but PW's time isn't coming down to KFC yet. That's what I'm watching at the moment. Because obviously he's the first man on the slick, so I'm just waiting for his time to start gaining on KFC, and that'll be the indication.
As also, I don't think anyone on the dryers has actually set the quickest lap time yet. Lorenz is still sitting with the fastest lap of the session, and he's on the inters, so I think it might be just driver preference for now.
Yeah, because through the corners, PW is still definitely losing time, but on the straights he's gaining.
Marius trying to overtake Ty Clear. Does around on
And that
the
could be
outside.
setup related as well. If anybody knowing that the rain was coming has opted for the slightly higher setup. But there's that battle for podium still though. You know, Glitch is 1.1 behind Boss Moss, and then Boss Moss is only half a second behind Myth, so
A
it's
22 gap.
anybody's for them three.
Almost a 23-second gap to P4. Even bigger to P1, so I think Lorenz with that undercut as well, pitting a lap before everyone behind him, also helped him a lot because he's now 8 seconds ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely thrown a big spanner on the track though, that weather. Like, glad I'm not driving it, because that would have been frustrating. It's got to be frustrating for some of these drivers, like,
Especially in the McLarens, who Ratty just had an unfortunate lap 1 and Marius with that puncture.
Yeah, Marius especially, like, he was probably holding out, waiting for it to dry up. And the couple of little moments he's had, obviously, towards the start of the race have taken too much out the tyre. You've seen that time's come right down now, though. It's not 20 odd seconds, and his glitch just stopped. No, he hasn't. Yeah, he has. Glitch has stopped. Glitch
Still
is now
comes
on
out
the
P4.
mediums.
See how long till the other drivers start to pit.
So I think that's a sign that it's going to be probably dry from now to the end of the race then.
See what Lorenz does. Does he pit or does he have to stay out? He is struggling in the corner there.
Getting glitched. I mean, he's got to warm these tyres up, yeah, but he's not gaining on Boss Moss yet.
I believe that's one of the Haas drivers. Probably somebody cares into the pits for dryers. Does
But I'd
Lorenz follow
definitely say
through?
it's time for slicks now. Like, whoever's on the inters,
Yeah, it's
it's
definitely
probably
time.
time
Lorenz
to
flies
start
in.
looking. You got what, five laps? But yeah, 5 laps remaining now for the
Lorenz goes
slicks.
onto the softs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. With 5 laps left, it's like a flapper now, isn't it?
As the two drivers ahead of him actually opt to stay out. I mean, obviously, Osmos kind of had to, but Myth, I think he should have pitted.
You
As
got
there's a Haas
yellow,
in the wall.
uh,
Oh, yeah.
Radion.
Is there going to be a safety car? That's a big hit. He's not moving. Is
He's gone right off.
he going to get disqualified? No. What is going on? Go on board
Why
with
is
the
his car in the
Haas.
middle of my track?
Go on board with the Haas.
Why is
Oh,
his car? His car's off. What the?
yeah.
His
That
car's
is.
underneath the track. It's where? What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Where's his car? EA, where's his car gone?
Oh,
His car's not on the. It's spinning around in circles underneath the track. He's
there's
gone to. He's gone yonder. Yeah, he's gone.
no point
Yeah, I don't know
asking
what's
EA.
happened
That's
there. Yeah.
yeah.
He left. There's no point re-inviting him because it's
He's
DNF'd
DNF'd
his car
anyway.
now.
Yeah.
But I'm
I don't.
wondering if he's lagged out because his car on my map is going around, spinning around in circles in the middle of the map, track map. I don't know if it's showing for you. Yeah, can
I
you see
can't
his
watch him
dot
anymore.
there?
I did. Yeah, it's still there for some reason.
But I'm on board with him still, and his triangle's
Okay.
just going round and round and round and round in circles, and he's glitched underneath the map.
And also, this doesn't help the drivers as there's a massive
Strange.
yellow flag right before the DRS zone.
Yeah, it's
So
not
if
getting rid of it
DRS,
because his car's still there. It's
if
not despawning his car.
I know if DRS turns on,
This is a
then
completely new bug.
yeah, as
Never
the two
seen this.
that is someone clipped that.
Where has bro gone? Yeah, he's gone underneath the map, Ricky. He's gone searching for the Earth's core. Like
So,
he's gone.
I think I got that on the stream. Someone clipped that. That is ish. Could it be C? Oh no. Fine.
But yeah, there's going to be no overtaking at Radion.
Well,
Is that Radion? Yeah.
I think we'll be able to
It's
see
not
with
quite a roost, is
Osmos
it?
and Myth. I don't even know if DRS is on yet. That is so unfortunate. I don't know what happened there, but hit the wall, fell through the map. That's
That's what I thought when I looked at the map. Like, yeah,
typical EA, I guess.
his car carried on going, and I was like, where's he gone? Like, he's gone through the wall, not into the wall.
These
And then he went
cars
through the
still
map.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's underneath the map, spinning around in circles. It's having its own little disco.
Oh, we're gonna see a little hash symbol for the rest of this race.
It looks like it's getting closer to the track again. Like, I hope it does in some sort of way so it can try and despawn it, but it is getting closer to the straight. It is moving.
Maybe he's trying to just drive back to the finish line.
Underneath the track, yeah.
Yeah.
He was full on under.
Yeah, there's no DRS on the straight. That is going to be so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Some of these drivers, especially
His
Marius, who
car's
wants to try and.
almost back on the straight. He's underneath the straight.
I mean, for me, he's just moving left.
Oh, on mine, he's back underneath the straight now, right at the end of the yellow flag. Oh, yeah, on your track map, he's still right in the middle. On mine, he's literally underneath the DRS straight.
I'll be looking to see what he says later on. But
I think he's lagged out or something. Like the
must have.
game's kicked him and it's caused his car to bug. Or he's gone through the wall and genuinely left and has no idea of what we're seeing. Well, he's asking, did we get the crash? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
Where did you
did.
go, Snowbody? Where did you go?
Didn't get the crash, but we saw him under the map.
That's going on TikTok. Oh, anyway, right. What's going on with these guys? Let's get back to these guys.
Look at the drivers. They actually, it's going to be so difficult without DRS to overtake
Yeah,
here.
it's yeah, because they're not going to be allowed it, are they? Because it's right on the activation.
I think it's literally just going to come down on who picked the lower wing setup.
His dot's now moved back away from the straight for me. He's just floating around under the track, just having a whale of a time.
Can you still go when he's on board?
No, I could just see his dot moving around. That's so strange. Never seen that one before. He is. I mean, he's in the forest. You're down underneath the forest or something. But anyway, we got Siren Alpaca. We've just going past Dr. Steel. We've got 3 of them battling here. KFC, Siren, and Dr. Steel.
I think Saren could be in for a P8 here if he can find 6 temps. 5 temps now. Nope, never mind. That's a 3-second penalty. This is also huge for Zeno in the Alpine, who's probably up for points now. What he do? He's about to make a move on the. Dr. Steel will go. Oh no, he doesn't. He touches the gravel. That's unfortunate for him. The fight is on for that final point position, pretty much. There's another yellow flag at the end of a last turn. Not anymore. Let's go on board with Ratty. Is DRS actually even activated? I don't even think DRS is on, you know.
Oh, the KFC's got right up behind Juice now. He's looking to probably. I reckon he probably get Juice. He's got the penalty, but he might have Juice done on track by the end of this lap. He's got more pace.
Well, laps to go.
Yeah, he's got a lot more pace than Juice. Juice is letting him by, I think. He is. Playing the teammate game there and letting him go. Fair play.
We're seeing 2 different Ferrari liveries on track right now.
I'm not.
Oh, you know? I'm seeing
Are
one
we?
Monza one and one normal one.
Are we?
Yeah.
Hang on. That one's got a white stripe.
The other one's just plain white.
Oh yeah, we are. I didn't even notice.
Oh, as he's actually finally back on track for me. The Haas driver.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's going towards sector 3 for me. I'm still in between. Like you know, he's not quite out the forest yet. Still navigating his way.
On board for the Rens to see if he actually sees him on track. Oh no, but I don't know if anyone saw that. I think I might have to go back and see that later on actually. Lap 21. Alright. I think I saw his car in the wall just like flapping about. If you go on board
His
with one
car
of
was
the...
going mental. Like I say, it was spinning around in circles.
If you go on board with Jonesy, you can probably see it as he comes up towards the hill. Just look to the right.
He's coming back on sector 3 for me. He's literally about to come back on.
See that on the right? The hat in the wall?
He's now brought a yellow flag in sector 3 on mine. I have a yellow flag sector 3.
Oh.
It's gone from sector 1. It's gone off of Radion. And it's now... I'm sure that's Radion. I keep thinking I'm getting that wrong at the top of the hill. But it's now in sector 3.
Iris is still not on. That's another thing as well. So,
Well, it's weird how it's in 2 different places for us. Like his car's underneath the track for me in sector 3, and there's a yellow flag on the left-hander before you get to bus stop, like right in the middle of sector 3.
Yeah, I see the same yellow flag now, but it's really weird for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's a completely new one. As Lorenz is coming up to the bus stop, so he's just about to start his last lap, and Myth has caught right up, by the way. Myth is 1.6 behind him.
He is on better tires.
Yeah, but he's
Hopefully,
chopped an 8-second gap down.
oh yeah, true that.
He is really chopped that gap down. Why we've been majorly
I think we might be seeing a
distracted by
last.
Haas.
I think we might be able to see a last lap movement here from Myth
We
because
could. He's chopping
he's
that time off.
gaining, yeah. And I think
I
DRS is
think
DRS
down
open?
into bus stop
Oh,
maybe is where he'll look. If he doesn't get an opportunity before then, I think it definitely will be bus stop. It's all a matter of who's going to have the battery, who keeps enough battery. But I didn't expect there to be a battle for the... Because Lorenz looked like he checked out. I did not expect a battle for the lead, especially on the last lap, so
maybe
I'm
the
all for
soft
this.
tires wasn't the right call here.
Yeah, I think they've just cooked. Because
As
he
you
is
saw
really
that he
struggling,
had a
and Myth
massive
is there.
wobble. Is it going to be an overtake
Is he
coming in?
losing the
Oh my
lead here?
god, he
Myth
touches the
going for it on the
grass.
inside.
Oh my god, it's a wheel to wheel. Does well not to collide there. The range is off
That was
track.
close. Yeah,
Oh,
that was. I
he's
think
not going to
Myth was
be.
fully alongside. He was entitled to be
Yeah.
there.
As
It just hard racing that.
yeah, that is so unfortunate for Lorenz. Last lap
I did not
overtake.
expect this last lap though. Lorenz looked like he checked out.
So,
This has completely
and who
switched
is that? That's
this
Bosmos as
weather.
well, crashed out.
Yeah.
That's glitched up to P3. Maybe P3. He does stay
Oh,
ahead for
yeah, he's
now.
on the back of Bosmos, and Bosmos is looking okay on front wing, so he may keep the position. But Myth, he's checked out himself now, a second and a half. Wow.
So the soft tires definitely weren't the way to go.
Do you know what? That was the last thing I was expecting.
Same here, to be honest.
I was not expecting a change for the lead. That has blown my head. GG's Myth. GG's to Myth on that. And, you know, unfortunate for Lorenz, because he led a good, you know, he ran a good race and checked out on the inters. But wow. And glitched. Couldn't quite get that third.
What about P10? Will we see a move on the back straight here? Zeno chasing down Zering Alpaca. Can he make the move? He's going to get P9 either way, but can he make a move on track? Don't think he's close enough. Oh, Zering Alpaca has a big moment as Dr. Steel retires on last lap as well. What happened there?
I have no idea.
What actually happened there?
What a race.
As Ratty also makes a move on... Oh, yeah, he makes a move on tie clear for the last almost P14. Not going to get any points, but made the move nevertheless. Finishes P13 with all the penalties, but... Jeez, what happened to Dr. Still there?
Race of the season so far. What a race. There was action in the wet, like you said, even though your own words, even though it's wet, there's still plenty of overtakes. Like, what a race. What a race that was. That was really good fun to watch.
Very alternative call for Lorenz to go into the soft lane. It obviously wasn't the call to make. He lost loads of time.
Dr. Steele says it was a puncture mid-corner for him.
Ah, so unfortunate. As you see, back just having a bit of fun before he finishes. That was it.
Obviously, he won't get no points still, but yeah. Unfortunate for puncher on the last lap. No one ever wants that.
Still be classified as a finisher, I think, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
DNF, yeah. Starting Alpaca as the driver of the day of most overtakes. That is our grid. Myth with an amazing last lap overtake. Some drivers, I don't think Lorenz will be quite as happy with that overtake as other drivers will, but...
Do you know what? I don't even think he was expecting that himself. If it will, you know, I really don't expect. I think he thought he had it in the bag. He must have, with an 8 second gap.
That's Lorenz P2, Bosmos P3. Great points from Mercedes this time out. Ditch 10 just not doing as well as he hoped for. P4. Two Williams drivers doing amazingly actually. 18 points this week, and P5 and P6 followed by the two Ferraris doing quite well to get points for them, followed by the solo Alpine. The only Alpine in the points as well as the Haas. The two McLaren drivers having a really bad race. Had great pace, but Marius with that puncture and Ratti with that lap on collisions just dropped them down. Two Aston Martins P4 15 and then two V carbs followed by our three DNFs. Don't know what happened with Nobody Cares, but that is really unfortunate, and I want to see onboard camera for that. That is that is like that is one good race. As let's go on board and see what people say. That is, what are your thoughts on that race?
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wasn't expecting a bit of rain. I mean, it was the way that it rained. Like it was that dret. I didn't expect it to cause that much of a problem because obviously normally you get wet and then it's either wet or it's dry, but that literally took the definition of dret literally and couldn't decide what it wanted to be for most of that race. So it made for a very entertaining race, in my opinion.
I think I'm gonna say I'm just watching the Nobody Cares crash. See what happens. Is it as bad as it looked on stream? No, it's not. Right. Well, interviews. You want to do it or?
Yeah, I don't mind if you're up for it. It's Lorenz, Smith, and who was third? Boss, that's the one. And we guys for what is Mexico? Mexico, I know nothing about. I think pole 114s. I think 112s. One of the two. I'll find out. But I don't think no one's replying back to the interview. So I think that's it for this race. So, Lanky, Yeah,
you think that is race of the season?
yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be for me
All right. Obviously,
so
we've got
far.
plenty
We've
more
had some
races to
good,
go.
obviously, races. Even though the first two tracks were not the most favourable tracks for most people, like they still had. I think what was it? Monaco was still better than what I thought it was going to be. But this one, yeah, this one's definitely got to be best one of the season so far.
I think at the end of that, the Red Bull should still be at the top, but Mercedes is also going to fly past McLaren as both of them failed to get a point in this race. But other than that, that is pretty much it for this race. No one is joining for the interviews, so we'll end it here, and we'll see you guys next time, same day for Mexico. Hopefully, we have a full grid back next time, and I think probably will actually. That's gonna be very interesting to see, especially start a track. But it's been me and Lanky, and we'll see you guys next week.